It's been a long time since we last seen you fight.
Yeah, it's been a while.
How much did you miss fighting?
Huh?
How much did you miss fighting?
You know, I think when you're a fighter, you're constantly kicking someone in the head in your head. You know, like you're like in your head, you're constantly like fighting. Like when you're on the treadmill, you're fighting someone on the treadmill. It just never goes away. And I think a lot of professional fighters might understand that.
Gina, when Ronda talks about she did this because she saw you were in a bad place and then she needed it too, how much did you need this? Now that you're here, you're like, coming up to the fight, you're in the camp, how much did you need this?
Well, I'll wait for that.
That's a good idea.
I actually started my health journey September 2024. This is something, fighting was something I gave up a while, actually like 5 years prior. I was like, okay, this is not something I'm never to do. But as it's gone on, progressively, I realized how much it's not that I needed it, it's that I love it and I want it. And that's what gets me out of bed. And there was other opportunities that came up after I settled my lawsuit with Disney, and I had to weigh those of like what was more important. And I just realized like waking up to have this fight was more important than this opportunity. And once I started weighing those things, I realized just how badly I wanted it. And I think that I wouldn't be pushing myself so hard unless I had this. And I'm pushing myself like this is not an easy deal, right? Like I've come a long ways, but to push yourself so deep and so hard is such a blessing.
I know they say fighters are never really retired and there's always a chance, but we've been away for a little while.
There we go.
We've been away for quite a while. Was there ever a moment in the gym, maybe in the earlier days when you're at Syndicate or whatever late at night and you're thinking, fucking hell, this is harder than I thought it was going to be, maybe I shouldn't have come back? Or was it the moment you started, you knew like, oh my God, I'm back and I wanted to be back?
Oh no, there's been the ups and downs, but then I had a conversation with my mom and she said, baby, like, look, if you're going to do this, don't look back. And from that conversation on, I'm like, I'm doing this, I'm committed to this, and that, you know, the contract gets signed. Once that contract's signed, you're full on in it. And I think that was really good advice, like do it. And when you commit full-heartedly like that, it changes your mindset. You can't have one foot, out the door, like, oh, maybe another opportunity will come. No, there's no opportunities right now. The fight is the only thing. And once that mindset's clicked, it's beautiful.
It feels like the level of athletes and then the skill level we see in MMA has grown a lot since 2009. Have you felt a change or a difference in the training? Like coaches really push you in different ways than they did back when you were more active in your career?
Actually, I find that it's smarter. It's smarter training because we used to go into the gym and just beat the living hell out of each other. Now it's smarter. There's like recovery. It's just a smarter sport now than when I came up and we just destroyed ourselves. And they locked me in like the sauna trying to make weight, and I'm like, I'm gonna die. It's just a different sport. It's a more professional sport. It's got incredible athletes, more well-rounded athletes, and it's such a joy to be in there with them because I learn every single day. And the mixed martial arts community have embraced me, which is really special because I worked all my life. Like I was a fighter, and then I was working so hard to be an actress, and now I'm switching over to being a fighter, and it's like the mixed martial arts community has been like, cool, come on back. And I think that's been really special.
You mentioned the settlement with Disney. On the acting side, have you thought a little bit about where we might see you next in certain projects, whether returning to different roles, trying something new? What's the status on that front?
Yeah, I mean, obviously storytelling, I think for me, is one of the most powerful tools, and kind of like in fighting, like I feel like I have very unfinished business there. So we'll get through this fight, and then we'll see what's on the other side. I'm very much into the creative space. I have my dreams of like what I want to do. I'd love to direct, and so, but I'll get to this fight, and then I'll attack that next beast. But the Disney settlement, everything went, it was a nice closure to a really bad situation, and I'm grateful for that. And now I get to reclaim my body. I get to have an epic, legendary fight, and then after that, I get to go on to the next adventure.
Gina? So DC is currently casting a new Wonder Woman, and a lot of fan casting really loves you for Wonder Woman. I mean, are you interested in that? role?
I don't know. I think they're probably going to go a bit younger, but I mean, it's always a compliment. It's a super compliment. Everybody's like, "Oh, Wonder Woman." I'm like, "Thank you," but you know, I think that time might have passed. I think they'll.
Speaking of your training, strength training, and even the phrase "strong is beautiful" was not something that was commonplace before you and Ronda really made that acceptable. Do you feel yourself as a source of inspiration, not just for fighters, but for people, maybe women particularly, who strength train as part of its transformative benefits?
I think that when you wake up in the morning and you go through that door and it's hard and you're inspired that you did it and you're happy that you did it, that's inspiration. I also feel like, for women, I think people like to put you out to pasture a little bit too early. Like we're some sort of freaking golden girls already, and it's just like, I think that we're learning so much about the human body. We're learning so much about what we're capable of. I've learned so much about what my body's capable of, and I want women to know, like, you can do anything. If I can come back and do an MMA fight after all this time, you definitely, females, you definitely can reach your goals. It's not going to be easy, but I want you to know you can. So,
Gina, what does success look like for you, right? Because just getting back from where you were to getting in the cage is a massive success. But Ronda's very good, and we've seen her catch people in 10 seconds, 13 seconds, stuff like that before. So do you look at it as like, listen, the journey to get back in the cage, have a fight with Ronda Rousey on this platform, that's a success? Or do you need to go in there and like beat her up, basically? What do you feel is like the victory here for you?
I think standing here is a big success. I think standing right here is my success. The next success is, training camp. The success after that is weighing in. The success after that is walking into the fight. The success after that is fighting. And the ultimate success is coming out with that win.
How unexcited are you to cut weight, make weight for the first time in however long?
The interesting thing is I'm like in a better position than I ever was this far out. I've been taking it extremely serious. I was a little bit, so in my 20s it was like a little bit harder, so I'm a lot healthier in my mind and my spirit and more grounded now. So I'm sitting in a good place, let's say.